Servus Freunde und herzlich willkommen zu diesem kurzen Video. Nur zur Info, dieses wird erstmal als Ersatz dienen für das Arc Let's Play. Ja, gestern Donnerstag kam leider nichts, das lag unter anderem daher, dass ich Mittwoch leichte Migräne hatte und mit Wolf im Voraus diese Reaction aufgenommen habe. Die sollte auch eigentlich Donnerstag kommen, nur wie gesagt, Mittwoch ging es mir nicht gut. Deswegen konnte ich diese nicht bearbeiten. Dafür kommt sie heute.
Hey Freunde, herzlich willkommen zu dem neuen Video. Wir reagieren jetzt auf die Bungie-Sachen von Destiny 2 Renegades. Dabei ist Demi.
Hallo.
Er macht auch ein Reaktionsvideo, bedeutet, schaut da gerne mal vorbei und ja, wir starten mal. Bist du bereit?
Ja.
Na dann, Abfahrt.
This is Destiny of the Star Wars lens, like this really cool combination that hasn't been done before.
I can't wait to take the Praxic Blade to Mars.
Untertitel
Don't
nerven.
be a ridiculous fan. Just stay cool.
Wait, we gotta swat it up.
Kurz mal, ich habe es noch nicht gesehen. Ich war privat unterwegs, deshalb ist es das erste Mal, dass ich das jetzt sehe. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Digga.
This is why we got into games in the first place.
Die Titan Exo ist geil.
Oh ja. Oh, X-Wing.
Early on, we developed this North Star, authentically Destiny, unmistakably Star Wars. It has to be something that feels like a Destiny
Alter,
story. It can't
einfach
feel like a
Hoff.
one-off. This can't feel like a side quest, right? Like this has to be
AT-AT?
a continuation
Oh, das wär geil.
of the Fate Saga.
I got this vision. I knew it came from the Nine.
But with Star Wars beats and Star Wars visual.
Alter, dieser
Unsere
Stomp.
territory for Lucasfilm Games, and that this is the first time we're telling a story inspired by Star Wars within a different universe.
At the heart of I think every Guardian's identity is this healthy, independent, rebellious streak.
We were excited to actually explore
Das wird
that
ganz geil.
scoundrel fantasy.
Ja.
Bounty hunters, the syndicates, going out and doing jobs with a ragtag.
Oh, die sehen geil
We
aus.
took inspiration from Star Wars to ensure the scale, visual language, soundtrack,
Waren das gerade
and
die
cinematic
Ghosts,
storytelling
oder?
in Renegades.
Das sah so aus und das sah aus wie Dagobah gerade.
We'll have come to expect
Yeah.
from the franchise.
The Praxic Blade collaboration stands out to me.
Because lightsabers are so iconic, it was absolutely critical to get that balance right.
The team at Lucasfilm Games was just so.
Oh, das sieht aus wie die
It wasn't,
Schmiede.
no, it has to be this way. It was a lot of back and forth and asking questions about how would this work? Well, let's talk about it. All right. Oh, so we need a different energy source. Okay. What would that look like?
It was all about what is best for the player.
Ja.
When we announced this collaboration to the studio, James may or may not have been wearing a fighter pilot helmet.
Yeah. Destiny and Star Wars share that same beating heart. I
Boah.
was like, this is gonna be special.
Die wegspokern.
We were given such a unique challenge. How can we achieve the aesthetic and the feel of Star Wars without losing the narrative threads that we've created so far for Destiny at the same time?
It wasn't until we found our footing with creating a foundation in Destiny that things started to click together.
I remember the first time that we went down to San Francisco. We had this really big meeting where it was the Destiny narrative folks on one side and the Star Wars narrative folks on the other side. We broke the ice by just asking, what's the bad version of this? We had a really good laugh over what that looked like. And through that, we kind of uncovered that this should be the aesthetic, the vibe of Star Wars with the truth to Destiny's narrative that we knew needed to be there too.
Ja, ich finde das immer noch geil.
Stell dir mal vor, dieser Booster, der kackt einfach ab und du
Again,
fällst
2 months after the Edge of Fate has happened, the world has moved
Oh, das wär
and
irgendwie
changed,
geil.
and we're still trying to figure out what binding the Nine means.
The Vanguard have redacted the prophecy of extinction.
They don't want the public to panic over this prophecy.
The crux of our story is the Drifter asking us to help him break Vanguard law for good reason to confront a new rising
wird
faction
Teil
of
der
Cabal
Partie.
called the Baron Imperium. It's what
so
drives Eris to help the Drifter out, as well as the player Guardian.
When we were thinking about what kinds of characters should be in this release, we thought about the kinds of archetypes we see throughout Star Wars.
Yeah, and Drifter is an easy parallel. He and Han Solo share a cocky attitude, both former criminals.
In Star Wars, there's a plethora of sassy droids. We have our own version of that through Ghosts, and Blue is no exception.
Oh, look.
What?
Thanks for nothing.
Blue is a Drifter's ghost, and I think as soon as people hear her, they'll be delighted and incredibly surprised.
Our voice cast is stacked. Dredgen Bale is portrayed by Alex Lee, who is amazing.
We're supposed to protect the people, not rule them.
And we also got Hollywood actual royalty Danny Houston to play Premier Loom, the head of the Baron Imperium. Being able to work with someone from that kind of IMDb page was such an honor, and I was completely normal the whole time.
Surrender to the Barrett Imperium.
Loom became this sweeping militaristic figure that I think is going to be a really good parallel to Grand Moff Tarkin or other evil military leaders from the Empire.
So even though we're introducing new characters, we're still looking backwards at some of Destiny lore's most long-standing characters. Honor is another example of that. She's our Praxic warlock.
She's loosely meant to be a parallel to something like a Jedi in Star Wars. She was part of a Vanguard internal affairs group that would police Guardians on the usage of darkness.
Don't make me regret abandoning my post to help you.
Not now, Honor.
Yeah, she has to grow up with the times a little bit, because the world has changed and a whole lot of people are using darkness now, and she gets to grow and kind of ask herself, like, am I still adhering to my own values if I allow myself to be open to these kinds of ideas?
The Drifter belongs with us.
The Drifter left your cult long ago.
And then there's Bale.
Also ich
Dredgen
finde
Bale.
dieses
Dredgen is a
Partikel,
dark guardian
diesen
that represents
Partikel-Effekt
absolute
von dem
darkness.
Licht schon richtig
Dredgen
cool.
Bale doesn't
Yeah.
like the fact that we're ruled by a city of immortals who can't step down and that weren't elected. He's got kind of a point, but his methods for addressing that point suck. He makes many bad choices. One of my favorite parts about a lot of villains in Star Wars is that they have just like the capability of making a right choice and then consistently do not make good choices.
Bale is trying to fill a hole in his life in all the wrong ways.
And he just can't, and he never will. But man, we're gonna hope that he does someday.
The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
Ich glaube, der hasst die Vorhut.
This has been an opportunity where you love Destiny, you love Star Wars, you want to do something with both. What are you going to put into it?
Oh my God, it was such a challenge at first, finding that sweet spot of how do we make something that can live in both worlds and not feel out of place in either, but also feel totally new and exciting. It wasn't always about where do we find the exact middle ground, 50-50 Star Wars and Destiny, because at that point, you're feeling almost a little derivative.
There's those moments along the way when we were like, this is just Star Wars. This is not the purpose of the collaboration. We want to have something kind of new that makes you think of both. I remember when we were trying to figure out what we're going to do with our new Cabal.
We started in that place where it's just Cabal wearing a Stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until we
Alter, sieht
injected
gut
more of
aus.
that weird alien
Ob die was
design
treffen?
of a lot of these armor sets. That was kind of what switched it over from
Oh,
this
der
is too
Psion sieht
derivative
auch
to
gut
this is really
aus.
working. I think it comes through in the visuals and every single map. There are little Easter eggs and little treats here and there that we hid around, and Lucasfilm Games has been awesome at collaborating with us and even putting some of their input onto our maps so we can really give the players something exciting.
The switch flipped in my head like, oh, we would never have done this without this collaboration was the Syndicates.
Yeah.
We're going places with the Vex and the Elixni and the Cabal that we really weren't going to go before.
Oh yeah, and trench coats.
And trench coats, yeah. We have Vex in trench coats that are playing the cards. It's so awesome, and I don't
Ich
think
finde
we
das so
would dare
geil.
do that
Ich
if we didn't have
liebe
this
es.
opportunity.
No, and it was the perfect time in our universe to do it too. The Star Wars fans on the team just start coming out, telling their stories about what they're excited to build, and far be it for me to get in the way.
We make a lot of weapons in Destiny. How do you take a weapon in Destiny, which we have literal like 4 digits of guns, and
Understatement.
right, and make something that's new but also does justice for Star Wars? And Blaster was really obviously the choice. They're roughly in 2 groups. There's
Oh,
dynamic
die Waffe
blasters,
vom Warlock gerade.
which are intended to be
Lieb ich.
hard-hitting, firing a ton. Brute force. And then we have
Vielleicht müssen wir uns
balance blasters.
beweisen.
Oh, das kann gut sein.
Shooting, and the heat is building up. You're going to have a venting opportunity where you can hit a perfect vent. It's like functionally a reload.
Das ist geil.
And again, much faster.
Sweet. I gotta ask though, what about those Cabal blasters? Are they accurate?
What difficulty are you playing on?
Er hat genau das gefragt wie du gerade mit, ob die treffen.
We have swords in Destiny, but we don't have a praxic sword. We don't have
We
a
do not.
lightsaber approximate. It's an exotic primary weapon that's kinetic, where you can reflect a bunch of blasts, kill enemies with it, and throw it out and get a ton of damage. Having the sandbox be able to explore this new like ability ecosystem with Renegade abilities.
Oh, ja. Darauf habe ich Bock.
Ja,
We've taken so much of this opportunity and turned it into what we
Schutzschild
think
einfach.
pro.
Every corner of the game, from the art, the design, the audio, the music, the UI,
Wow.
the rewards,
Wow.
completely infused with the magic of the collaboration. It's really been a real treat to be a part of.
Yeah, it's super satisfying.
Good morning, everybody. Didn't mean to wake you up with that beat, sorry. The overarching theme for this was to create a score for this release that felt like it was cohesive as a whole. We're all talking to each other and collaborating with each other. We were able to explore different ways of orchestrating, different ways of writing with the orchestra that expand on the Destiny palette
Das klingt schon wie Star Wars, das Lied.
and make it fresh and new. When I look at the Star Wars scores, there were certain elements that naturally fit string flourishes or wood flourishes that would play into a certain moment. When it's like, oh, I know I want something to feel more Williams, so I'll push it, not this Williams, the John Williams. I'll push it more in that world.
Another thing too is the amount of percussion. I had some ideas that felt more full-on Star Wars, and once you like flesh out the percussion arrangement, it instantly sounds more Destiny as a result.
For me, a lot of it was about framing, where when I use a lot of the Destiny themes, how I set them up and how I'm transitioning in and out of moments are much more Star Wars-y in terms of the harmony and orchestration.
I think the most exciting part about this was the opportunity to work with these guys and Mike.
You definitely made it a point to kind of bring us together and listen to each other's music.
But Brendan, you wrote something with the most beautiful oboe solo in it, and it drives me nuts that I didn't think of it first.
No one wanted to follow Brendan is what it came down to. Brendan's cues just sound amazing from the start.
I remember knowing your first high action cue.
Oh.
Whoa! Because it's really fast, really intense. Josh kept on like spinning around and looking at you.
Humans have to play this. Jeez.
Einfach anderes
Destiny
Imperial
has like so many
Marsch.
themes, and
Ja,
so it's a great
das klang
vehicle for
richtig
doing the
gut.
Star Wars spin.
Our first meeting was discussing that main theme, and I remember hearing it for the first time. And everybody kind of perked up when we all heard it. We're all having ideas that were just a little bit different from one another. That was all sort of impacted what the final version of the theme was.
Dredge and Bail. That kind of feed off the main theme, and the fact that we were exploring the idea of this kind of anti-Guardian character set in this story of scoundrels. We wanted something that would be a backbone to tell a longer arc story. It has a layer of ominousness to it, it has a layer of mystery to it, but it can be turned other ways.
I felt a sense of menace.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get to experience it with players.
Just really hope that, personally, I've written something that they can really connect with and love, and if I can cause a couple of goosebumps in there, I'll take that as a bonus too.
I hope players will be taken on a journey that inspires them and makes them feel like
Ey, ich hoffe, die Stadt ist erkundbar.
My favorite feeling as a creator is getting to watch someone's look of like absolute surprise.
Ja,
want
okay.
players to feel
Ja, moin.
hope, that exciting, boundless potential that Destiny has, and world of possibility that Star Wars unlocked.
I've been waiting so long for this.
Den
Hype.
Trailer habe ich gleich mit rangeheftet, ne?
Perfekt.
Sogar
Hype.
ich auf Start.
Ich bin so
Junge.
gehypt, Digga.
Direkt den nächsten hier.
Ja.
You are supposed to protect the people, not rule them. The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
No!
I've been waiting so long for this. Dredge and hope.
They've shown me a vision I can't shake. New Cabal, the Barrent Imperium, sprung up out of nowhere across the system. That doesn't just happen. It's the Nine, and I'm putting together a crew to prove it. What do you say, weapon?
Welcome to the new Mars. Now the only law on Tharsis is the gun on your hip and the light in your hands. You'll do well here. I don't relish doing business with these leeches. But we need to find out what the Dredgen are after.
You crave justice. Why die for a criminal?
Why do you hate your own kind so much? It's time to take the fight to the Imperium.
Finish it. And the Imperium is yours to lead. You will fall. But next time, we meet.
Only one play left.
Was haben wir da gerade gesehen?
Zu viel geiles Zeug. Ich meine, ist dir aufgefallen, dass der Schurke, ich habe gerade seinen Namen vergessen.
Ich mach den einfach mal als wiederholbar rein.
Jo, mach aber ein bisschen leiser.
Also, jetzt mal im Ernst. Was haben die da gekocht? Also, mir fehlen die Worte.
Mir egal, was andere sagen. Ich bin gehypt.
Warte mal. Du bist ja im... Ist das der Ja, das ist der Reisende.
Ja.
Aber ich glaube, eine andere Zeitlinie oder sowas, glaube ich.
Kann gut sein, weil man sieht da ganz hier volle Kanne den Turm.
Ja, aber also ich glaube, das ist eine andere Zeitlinie, weil da dieses Dreieck nicht drin ist vom Zeugen.
Richtig.
Was er da so reingeritzt hat.
Außerdem ist der Reisende ja jetzt im All und nicht mehr direkt über der Stadt.
Ja, das stimmt. Ich glaube, das ist halt der Plan, so als Vision.
They've shown me a vision I can't shake.
Ja, dass man erstmal gegen den schießt, ist klar, Alter.
Ja. Ich find's aber geil, dass die auch so stark bewaffnet sind jetzt.
Ja.
Und dass Idol wieder dabei ist.
Aris, weiß ich nicht, die war halt bei Kitzerei schon dabei. Das ist halt
Ja.
irgendwie...
Naja, wo der Dredgen ist, ist doch meistens Aris.
Aber ich weiß nicht. Ich bin echt am Überlegen, mit einem Hunter zu starten.
Ja. Oh.
Weil schau dir diese Rüstung an.
Ja.
Oder? Nicht die. Hier. Einfach Obi-Wan.
Ja. The High Ground.
Stasis und...
Oh.
Du wirst wahrscheinlich Titan spielen, oder was?
Ja.
Aber ich glaube, ich bleib beim World.
Mach das. Legend bleibt ja auch beim Hunter.
Warte mal. So auf dem Motto, dass er jetzt auf seiner Seite ist, so, keine Ahnung.
Ja, oder Geisel und gezwungen wird. Oder halt, wenn man das aus Star Wars bezieht, von der dunklen Seite so gesehen korrumpiert wurde. Und überredet wird. Oder manipuliert er.
Zerquetscht er sein Geist, das sieht irgendwie ganz krass aus.
Ja.
Wo schießt er hin?
Auf die Menschheit. Das sind alles Hüter. Guck, Titan ganz vorne, dahinter 2 Jäger.
Mhm. Ja.
Ich sagte, der wird manipuliert oder Gehirn gewaschen worden.
Ja.
Aber was ich geil finde, ist, dass dieser Böse, also nicht der Kabal, sondern der Hüter, 5 Geister bisher an sich hat. Er macht dann auf Fellwinter. Hinten am Helm hatte Fellwinter ja auch so einen Geist, der nicht seiner war.
Ja.
Ah, schon geil.
Ich bin überwältigt.
Ja. Ich hoffe nur, dass diese Cantina-Stadt wirklich erkundbar ist. Mit irgendwelchen Secrets, Easter Eggs. Oh, das wäre so geil.
Das wird 100% so sein.
Ja. Ah, warte. Da war's gerade. Hier, warte. Da war's. Ah, schon wieder zu weit. Nein. Da. Nein. Hä? Da, an seiner Hüfte.
Ja, ich sehe es.
Und vorne halt waren noch 2. Alles voller Geister.
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 Guardians as shepherds of humanity.
Ja, genau da, jetzt sieht man es besser.
Ja.
Es ist also 3 verschiedene und vorne waren auch noch 2.
Mhm. Ich glaube, das ist so ein richtiger Geisterjäger, der auch unseren Geist haben will.
Vielleicht will er deswegen, dass der Dredgen seinen zerstört.
Mhm.
I've been waiting so long for this. Dredgen Hope.
Ja, also auf jeden Fall, ich bin echt gespannt. Nächste Woche kommt es ja. Ich werde da live streamen. Ich hoffe, du auch.
Ich bin sowas von dabei.
Und ich würde mal sagen, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Schreibt mal in die Kommentare, wie ihr dazu steht. Also seid ihr gehypt? Macht ihr erstmal so, ja, mal schauen und so weiter. Unsere Meinung ist ganz klar, habt ihr wahrscheinlich schon mal gehört. Aber
Definitiv.
ja, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.
Ciao.